Steve, we've known each other for 6 or 7 years. I think one of the things that gravitated us to each other is our love for the industry. We work together on the Young Mining Professional Group of Toronto. I now work with you at the OR Group. We have a lot of things going on professionally, but I think one of the things I'm most proud of, I know you're most proud of, is the YMP Scholarship that we started. And for people that don't know, just bring us back 5 years ago. I think we were having a beer on the keg on York Street, and we said we want to have something that we can really remember, and we can really start attracting really the best and brightest into the industry. The problem with this industry, I think, is that there's a bit of a talent gap, and it's about attaining and retaining the strongest people, the smartest people in the industry, because it's the strength of the people that actually helps raise the industry. The high tide raises all ships. $12,000, that's what we started with. IAMGOLD's money, OR Finder's money in the OR Group. Did you ever believe we'd be able to grow it to as big as it is right now?
No, well, look, we just announced $200,000 this year for 2022. I think we had $130,000 the year before, and I think we did about $300,000 the year prior to that when you include all that COVID money we raised. So, I mean, we're knocking on $1 million that we've raised for YMP scholarships, which is just absolutely remarkable. And I have to congratulate you and Alex for all the hard work that you guys put into it. But it's just been phenomenal, and you're right. This started off with an idea when we were at the keg, and we just said, not only how can we make a difference, but how can we make a change in the industry? I think, we wanted to give back, because I think that's just sort of inherent to our personalities. But I think, this scholarship fund also has the opportunity to make a change. So not only are we funding education for people who want to explore or pursue their education in the earth sciences business, but I think it also just sends this positive message, and we're trying to change the narrative that miners are dirty and whatnot. And I think it's been very hard for our industry to attract and retain young people because it has this, I think, false narrative. And so I think that's fundamentally one of the most important things that young mining professionals broadly achieves. And we've got, as you know, we've got 12 chapters across the globe. And then more specifically, this scholarship fund, which we operate here out of Toronto, it's really starting to move the needle. And it's something that I'm, certainly from professionally, I think it's the most proud I've ever been, and I'm very proud to do it with you. So yeah, but it could not be done without the partners. You talk to them regularly. As you said, it started with $12,000, and that was just money from your company and my company, and we've grown it to $200,000. Now companies call us. And I think that's fantastic because the word's getting out there. We've got great partners with the Northern Miner who helps spread the word. We've got marquee blue chip partners, Barrick, Agnico. Obviously the OR Group has been there. IAMGOLD has been there since the very beginning. TD, and we're growing, and we look to grow. So, I mean, part of the message is we need our corporate sponsors to come up, give us a call. Maybe we'll call you, give back to the industry by educating young people and getting them excited about the mining industry.
It's not just the scholarships, it's a website, and it's being able to actually showcase the different leaders. And what I actually like to is I have the different leaders contact me, and they want to be interviewed. They want to be out there. They don't want to just give the 10,000, 5,000, 15,000. They want to be interviewed because take Sean Uzmar from Triple Flag. One of the reasons why he's so passionate about it is he won a scholarship. He went to Witwatersrand University in South Africa, so he wants to talk about his experience. Now, when students actually see a person like Sean or another leader speak, they can see how charismatic they are, and they can see the passion they have in mining. And the key is getting people in the mining industry, because I believe it's a sticky industry that you stay in. And why do I love it so much, Steve? I've told you this a bunch of times. You get to travel the world, you get to help the world, and you get to see the world. If you use all those things together, you actually help to grow the world too, and you use those foundations with your children, etc. So I love it. I've been in it for 10 years. It's like a drug for me. And I want to get other people to actually start realizing about it as well. So
no, you're right. It is addictive, the industry, and I think you're right. Your point about Sean and many others who want to speak. When I was sort of in school, I think one of the most impactful things for me was listening to people who have made it, successful people, and trying to emulate them, learn from them. So I think that's sort of a sidebar that the YMP offers. We do that from our dinners, but we also do that through our online platforms, our interviews, which you do, and others do at YMP. And also, I'll note. Aside from just giving away money, I think a big bonus for both the students, but both our corporate sponsors, is oftentimes they want to do internships. So I think our partners are actually looking at this through sourcing and a human resources opportunity where they get the best and the brightest. So they see who applies, and they get to sort of cherry pick. And certainly the winners not every time, but most often time, get an opportunity to interview for a job. So I think that's, absolutely, phenomenal. It's a win-win for, obviously the recipient, young mining professionals and our partners. And I think that just sort of speaks to what we can offer, the value we can offer to our partners, and why we want to grow this fund. So I think, 2022 has been, a milestone year for $200,000. Again, it's a remarkable sum. And one of the things I'm most proud about is that every penny that we get from any one of our sponsors go directly to the scholarship recipients, and we fund any administration which is negligible out of our not-for-profit, which we do. We host dinners and whatnot. So that's how we are able to do that. So we're 100% volunteers. We give every penny away, and I think we're really moving the needle.
So tell me your favorite experience from this with the 03. I know it's from the 03 scholarship win. 03 did a $15,000 scholarship, and we called some. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, I forgot the individual's name, but it was
You're not a very emotional guy, but I saw you were getting emotional.
It was the individual who won the scholarship from last year from 03 Mining, and
Mark Olivier.
Jose is a friend, and Jose was very excited to participate then, and they've come back again this year. But yeah, I guess when we have the opportunity to call these people and tell them that he won $15,000, and that's a lot of money to a lot of people. And I think the guy was on the bus. We were in the office, and we called him. He was on the bus, and I think he broke down in tears almost. I don't want to embarrass the guy, but I mean, he was really moved. And the same thing, we offer that opportunity for our partners to make that call. And in fact, close to my heart, there's a scholarship that I fund on behalf of my mother's name. And my mother's been, always a big proponent of. She was an educator, and she was always making sure I was well read. And she got an opportunity to call last year's scholarship winners, and it was just moving for her. And I think, look, it's just a feel-good opportunity for the individuals involved. It makes me feel good. And I think our partners feel good, but actually, make a difference.
Yeah, this isn't about the YMP or us. It wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for these partners. And I believe there's 23 different companies that sponsor this, and that's why it's been able to grow so much, because you have a company, for example, like Triple Flag that joined this year, and they see that Barrick's a member, Alamos is a member, Equinox is a member, TD's a member, and they've all been part of it for 2 or 3 years. So people want to join as well, and it's a reputation of these companies that helps actually get other companies to join. So without them, we wouldn't be able to grow as fast as we have in the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, like the mining industry, I said, I guess YMP is also contagious. So anyways, look, I'm incredibly proud of you and Alex and the entire YMP team of what we've all been able to accomplish. It's something that, I think you'll look back upon and be very proud of. So, well done, Tony. Thanks for your help. And I look forward to announcing 2023's lineup in 12 months' time.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.